There is a sentence that is rarely said out loud in the show hall, but almost everyone who has spent enough time there has, at some point, thought about it. The cat that wins is not always the best cat, and pretending otherwise does more harm than good. This is not a criticism of the system. It is a recognition of its nature, and, more importantly, of its limits.
A show result captures a moment in time. It reflects how a cat looks, behaves, and presents itself on a specific day, under a specific judge, within a specific group of competitors. Everything aligns, or it does not, in that short window. Quality, however, exists beyond that moment. It is built through structure, health, genetic stability, and, for breeders, through the ability to consistently produce offspring that represent the breed well over time. It does not depend on a single evaluation, and it does not disappear when a ribbon is not awarded.
Confusing those two, the moment and the structure, is where most serious mistakes begin. A best-in-show decision is not a breeding recommendation, even if it is often treated as one. At that level, evaluation shifts. It is no longer only about technical correctness. Presence, expression, balance, and overall impression all play a role in that specific moment. This is why a technically excellent cat can be praised at the table and then overlooked in the final. That is not an error. It is a difference in context.
Judging is a skill, but it is not a uniform one. Judges differ in experience, depth of knowledge, and familiarity with specific breeds. Standards are written in general terms, but understanding how a breed should evolve, what should be encouraged, and what should be avoided requires years of focused work. Not every judge has the same level of understanding for every breed. This does not make judging unreliable, but it does mean that results must be interpreted with awareness. The same cat can be seen as excellent under one judge and far less convincing under another, and that is not a contradiction.
The show ring evaluates what can be seen. It does not evaluate what is hidden. A winning cat may carry genetic traits that are completely invisible in a show environment. A cat that never reaches the top may carry strong, healthy, and stable genetics that shape future generations. The ribbon does not reveal genotype, it does not reveal inheritance, and it does not reveal long-term impact.
The real problem is not judging. The real problem is how results are used. Following winners is easy. Understanding cats is not. When breeding decisions are based primarily on show success, a shortcut is created, one that feels logical but often leads in the wrong direction. It reinforces what is immediately visible and successful instead of what is structurally and genetically sound. Over time, this amplifies trends, rewards exaggeration, and slowly shifts the breed away from balance. Not all winners should shape the future, and not all valuable cats will ever stand on the podium. There is also a dimension that is rarely discussed openly. Shows are not completely isolated from human factors. Judges are part of the same community. Experience grows, but so do familiarity, expectations, and perception. Most decisions are made professionally, but it would not be realistic to claim that human influence is entirely absent. Recognizing this does not weaken the system. It strengthens the way we interpret it. In the end, the difference between a winning cat and a good cat cannot be regulated. It must be understood. Without education, results become absolute. With education, they become information. And that difference, not the ribbon, not the title, not the moment, is what ultimately determines the future.